Okay, so I'm going to make this just a brief introduction so that people can have some content that you can kind of relate to. And so, first of all, I have to say that this is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose or treat you, but it is educational, and so it should be treated as educational only. Second, I made these videos on really quickly. I didn't do a lot of prep time or professional editing, so you'll have to bear with some of my faults on there, particularly pronunciation, which I'm horrible at, which goes back to my times when I had to read Old Testament scriptures in church and would butcher names, and it was kind of embarrassing, actually. But I did cover some of these main points in these videos. I well could have left out some facts, though. I think I got the basis of it correctly. Um, but I wanted to kind of give an introduction to the gut and why it seems to be really important. The information, I do lots and lots of reading PubMed articles, which are done by professional researchers, and the amount of information that's coming out about the gut is just keeps getting growing and growing, particularly in its relationships to other parts of the body. Western medicine typically has some problems with treatments or symptomology or viewing the body a lot different than, say, traditional Chinese medicine, which I learned quite a bit. With their emphasis is that the system really is a whole and not individual parts. Yes, it's made up of individual parts, but when one particular system in the body is wrong, then it can show up in that particular organ or system, but it also can show up in throughout the whole body. And this is really what a lot of this information about the gut health is turning out to be. Um, and I think that they're beginning to understand particularly the immune responses, and the immune response is really the most dominating and strongest forces in the body because they influence almost everything in the body, including endocrine reactions, adrenal in particular. And the adrenals can become quite dominant. That's why you see a lot of problems with POTS and anxiety and stress and all kinds of different things. Is a lot has to do with the adrenal overactivity, the adrenal system that's coming from immune response. Um, and then you're seeing these other fallouts that come: sleep disturbances, sleep-wake cycle disturbances, joint pains, degenerative things, and it can even migrate to other parts of the body, say with cardiovascular, because of the amount of inflammation that's continually going on. But did I talk about the gut-brain axis and how they're finding more and more relationships between neuropsychiatric conditions like Parkinson's, autism, and a whole host of other things are based on the gut uh, ecosystem, and that's they continue to churn out so much information about that. Let's see, maybe I'll stop there and pick it up. Yeah, let me do another second section.